Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome to my channel. My name's Randy, and if you love everything crochet, you're in the right place and you should definitely hang around, subscribe, follow my Instagram, all the good stuff. Today, we're making something I really like. I thought about it for a while, planned it out. He didn't turn out perfectly because if you guys didn't know, all of my videos I film while creating them for the very first time. I, so far, have made every single pattern that you guys have seen. I've made them with my own imagination, and it's the first time I'm making it. So that's why sometimes they are flawed or errored and all that kind of good stuff. But today we're making Flipflop the frog, and I kind of really love him. I think he's so cute. There will definitely be more of this in the future. Like I'm already planning out like lizards of this, alligators, because when I love the two-toned, I think that is so cute, as well as one of my favorite animals is a giant salamander, like a giant salamander like this, but here he is. His name's Flipflop because one, he kind of looks like a flip-flop, and two, he's a little floppy. This is the perfect project if you want to make something weighted. I mean, look at him. This is perfect to be weighted. I actually considered putting weighted beads in him, but I didn't want to take the time to like create a pouch to put in him. I really need to buy something that's like pre-pouched for this, but yeah, this is what we're making today. I really love him. I'm debating adding spots to his back and a tongue. You guys will have to let me know how you feel. I also recommend not listening to me when it comes to legs because I think he could use like another like ½ inch of leg, so like another inch altogether, then fold it together, making him a little bit thicker. This little froggy could not hop very far with how little his legs are. But either way, I really love him. So let's go ahead and get started on how to make him. Also, before actually that, to preface, this is definitely like a short formed tutorial. I don't think this is a hard project. It's a lot of sewing, but short formed because it's a lot of like a row and then do it a bunch of times. So yeah, it might be, I hope it's easy enough to follow. This is definitely like my first time filming like this because typically my videos are rounds and you have to be a little bit more descriptive with those. But you guys will have to give me some objective, like positive, like good feedback in the description. But with that being said, let's go ahead and make Flipflop. I did 34 rows of 24. And now I am going to flip my work for my 35th row. We're going to go into the first stitch, go into the second stitch. So you have 3 loops on. This is your working loop, and then 2 you've pulled through. Pulling all the way through, reducing 2 stitches into 1. Then we're going to put a single stitch in every remaining stitch all the way across. And then for the next row, we're going to do the same thing. Go into the first stitch, go into the second stitch, reduce 2 stitches into 1, and then single crochet all the way across. And you're going to do this for a total of 6 rows. So this is my second row of this. So I have 4 more after this one to kind of round out our edges. For our last row, we are going to reduce 2 stitches into 1 at the start. Then we'll do a single stitch in every stitch till we get to the end here. And then once you get to where you only have 2 stitches left, you're going to weave through your first, weave through your second, pull through, and then you're done. And you'll have your front or your bottom and your top piece, and we'll weave these together. Now I will preface, you can either put the eyes straight on here or you can do a piece. I am still deciding if I want to do like a piece that's sticking up or if I just want to put the eyes straight on the frog. If I don't do that, then for you to do a 3D piece would, well, let's just see what my next step is. So for the next step, before I do the eyes, because I'm still debating on how I want to do them, I'm just going to weave back and forth between the 2 pieces, going in one way, then through the next stitch going back out the opposite, then the next stitch going back in. Most of the way around, I want to leave a spot to be able to stuff it and secure the eyes if that is what I intend on doing, or at least sewing on the piece for the eyes. So yeah, I'm gonna sew basically 3/4 of the way around for the frog because I'll add the legs last. I did decide I'm going to do like, I guess like their, I don't know what you would call that, their eye, because obviously I have to add the actual eye to it, but this I guess counts as part of the eye. So to start, we're gonna do our starting chain here. Once I get my yarn on, loosen this up some, and our starting chain will be 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we're gonna do 4 single crochet stitches. I also want to add that you don't have to do this step. You can do just safety eyes or embroidery eyes or whatever kind of eyes flat on here. I just wanted to add. I thought about it, I looked at it, I imagined it, and I felt like this is more the look I personally am going for with my frog. So we did single crochet of 4, and we're gonna do 2 more rows of that. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we're gonna flip our work and do 1 more row. So you have your like eye piece, and we're basically gonna fold where you have your 2 like tails down here. We're basically gonna fold like so. Then you're gonna have your eyes. So we do this so you can put your, either your safety eye back will be secured and hidden, or the back side of your embroidery will be nice and hidden. So that's why I do that. I'm gonna decide how I wanna do my frog's eyes, and then we have the legs and the feet, because I think I'm gonna add little toes to his legs. Once you have done your eyes, you can go ahead and sew it the rest of the way, fill it, and then sew it the rest of the way. And then we'll add legs, because I am gonna add legs to the outside. I wanna try and make it floppy, so that's my idea for now. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, now we're gonna do the legs. We'll do like the hands / feet after the fact, but for the legs, you wanna have like a nice long tail on both ends, since we're gonna weave them together. And I'm gonna do a starting chain of 12. So that's 2, 3, 4, then we have 10, 11, and 12. Now you can also do whichever color, like if you're doing two-tone like I am, you can do whatever color you want for the legs. I'm just doing the darker color for it. You could also mix and match. So I'm going to skip my first stitch here and go into my second. And I'm going to do a single crochet row of 11. And for this, once I get to the end, I'm going to do a total of 6 rows of 11. So each leg will do 6 rows of 11, and I like to do even because I like to have my 2 ends on opposite sides, because that way I can use it. I'll fold these in half so they have a little bit more structure to them, but I won't necessarily need to stuff them. And then you'll take the one end and you'll weave back and forth for one solid piece, and then you have both your ends on the side to attach to the plush, which I really like. So that is what you'll do. You'll do that 4 times in total, so you have 4 legs, unless you want to make a 3-legged frog, because you know what? If you want to do that, you are more than welcome to. But yes, we'll come back with the feet, the fingers and toes. As I'm attaching the legs, I am just basically attaching them to the seam. The seam already is a little thick, so I'm using my needle here and I'm just weaving into that seam like so and attaching the legs. I kind of attach them just a little bit behind the eyes in the front. And then for the back, I'm literally just going to attach them to the very back. That's where I'm personally attaching them. You are more than welcome to attach them somewhere else. I would also say you could definitely make your legs wider if you prefer, but I kind of like how skinny his little arms and legs are. Okay, so I know I didn't do toes, but that's because I now realize his arms are way too skinny. The toes would just like look very odd, so he is complete. I recommend for sure making his arms bigger, but isn't he cute? Like, isn't he just so endearing in the best way? So just to kind of show, he's very like Floppy. That's why his name is Flipflop. And look at that face. His one eye is a little bigger than the other, but I'm still working on my eye embroidery skills. But yeah, isn't he sweet? He just looks so friendly. He's smiling. I'm debating giving him a little tongue. Definitely let me know down below if I should add a tongue to him, but do we love him or do we love him? Because I kind of love him. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye!